everyone, welcome to the Stream Team. I'm your host, TV's Patrick Stinson, and you have joined us for a very special episode today. I will explain that in a moment, but first, let's get to the meat of this streaming sandwich. Here's what we're talking about today.
Fire in the hole!
The Stream Team is taking you on a bizarre, trippy, off-the-rails ride through the high desert with a brand new comedy.
Let me find somebody who's ready.
And love is love, but thankfully it's also drama. Lots and lots of drama when there's an ultimatum.
It's a big responsibility to have a home like this.
Plus, we're going to slow it down a bit. Your moment of zen has an open floor plan and a wraparound porch.
We're cooking, we're decorating, we're vibing.
And then we're going to speed it up again with some drag queens. They're always fun.
Make sure it's well hung, Sherry.
I always do.
That is coming your way on the Stream Team today. But of course, as always, I cannot do it alone. And joining the team back for more, we have the curvy film critic, Carla Renata. Carla, thank you very much for taking your time out of your busy schedule to be here today.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Patrick and Andrew. How y'all doing?
And let me introduce Andrew. Andrew, the film critic, Dish Nation's go-to guy, and apparently Hoda and Jenna's BFF. I'm a little jealous. Andrew is back as well.
I'm here. I'm doing the wave. There we go. yeah.
All right, I mentioned that this is a very special episode of the Stream Team because today we are celebrating National Streaming Day. Yay! Oh, yeah! That's enough celebration for National Streaming Day because it is kind of a made-up holiday. May 20th is National Streaming Day. It's a holiday made up by Roku, if you will, but we are all into it. This is the Stream Team. We're leaning into it. We love it. I want it to be a national holiday, a paid holiday where we get the day off. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's got my vote.
Got my vote.
Third that emotion.
All right, Carla, we are starting off National Streaming Day with you and a bizarre little ride through the high desert. Tell me about it.
Yes, it is called High Desert. It's streaming on Apple TV Plus, starring Patricia Arquette, Brad Garrett, and legendary theater Tony Award winner Bernadette Peters. Take a look.
Oh, I'm sorry, would you excuse me? What the hell happened? Hit and run. I'm never going to that Walmart again.
Patricia Arquette plays Peggy, and she is like this recovering heroin addict or whatever kind of addict she is. We're not really quite sure because she's doing a lot during the course of this show. But she's recovering, and somehow that leads her into this trajectory of becoming a PI. It's like watching Murder, She Wrote become Breaking Bad on Apple TV in the Yucca Valley. That's what it is. And it is pure comedy. Patricia Arquette has these monologues that go on forever. And between the chemistry with her and Brad Garrett and her and Bernadette Peters, it totally is like watching a different movie for an episode every time you watch it. It's crazy. It's like getting on a roller coaster that you can't get off and it has no brakes, but it is definitely worth the watch.
I took a look at the trailer, Carla, because you said you wanted to talk about it. And I said, I was like, is that Bernadette Peters?
It is Bernadette Peters, and it also deals with this mother-daughter relationship. So, and how complicated that can be, right? Mothers and daughters have a very intense, complicated relationship. But hers with Bernadette, Peggy, and her mom, it kind of goes like this. But it's really lovely to watch it play out.
Does Bernadette Peters sing at all? Do we get any Broadway show tunes from Bernadette Peters?
We get no Broadway show tunes, but we do get like a little, lullaby-ish kind of tune, like a little glimpse of that for a second. So you hear her sing just for a minute. As a matter of fact, I interviewed her and I asked her if she thought what song would she, what Broadway song title would she give this? And she said Crazy and Insane.
Oh, I'm in, sold.
Well done, Apple TV. All right, a little less chaos, but still a lot of drama, Andrew. We're talking love today. And obviously, when we think of love, we think Andrew. Andrew's the guy to tell us about that.
Yeah, that's me. Mr. Love right over here, right here.
So tell me about the ultimatum
All right, Patrick and Carla. Now, if Netflix knows how to do one very good thing, it is make a dating show. The Ultimatum Queer Love is here. Let's check it out.
I'm going on dates with 8 beautiful women.
Where's my drink?
Like, game on.
All right, y'all. So, you know, I'm loosely into these dating shows. Like, there's so many of them these days that, you know, they come and go. But let me just tell you, the Ultimatum Queer Love is made up of 5 couples that consist of women and non-binary people. So you have these 5 couples and they all meet with each other, okay? They all go to San Diego. They're all there. But get this. One person in each couple has issued, get this, Patrick, an ultimatum. And the ultimatum is, are we going to get married or are we not going to get married? Now, to mix that pot even more, Netflix has cooked up a little kind of twist. So among all these 5 people, they said, okay, if you're not sure you want to get married, you can do a trial marriage with somebody else that is in the cast. So basically, these couples break up for a total of 8 weeks. They get married to another person in the cast. Chaos and hijinks ensue, and I have to say, it is wildly fascinating. And the cameras follow them the entire time, so you get to see people cheat on each other, you get to see people get really jealous of each other, you get to see new people fall in love with each other, but then you also get to kind of see glimpses of, are these people here for love? Are these people here to actually just be on TV? It's really kind of this interesting social experiment about love, about marriage, about, you know, queer people and straight people having a lot of similar issues in regards to relationships. So it actually kind of makes you think, you know, we really are kind of the same. We're all just people. We all just want to be loved, Patrick. What do you think of that?
I definitely want to be loved, and I'm in. As long as they're all in the same room, they're not secluded in different rooms and separate, like Love Is Blind. I couldn't get behind that. They get to see each other, right?
Yes. Everyone gets to see each other, and you also get to see the dynamics of, you know, if one person doesn't like one person, are they going to go back to their spouse they came in with? I'm not going to give anything away, but, you know, that's not necessarily the case. And the way that Netflix is actually rolling this out is they're not rolling all 10 episodes out at once. They're going to roll out the first 4, and then subsequent episodes will follow. So they're kind of giving you like a little taste, but they're not going to give you the whole shebang, Carla. You're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to keep watching. And then at the end of everything, there's a reunion show. So you actually get to find out where the couples stand now and if they're still together or if they're not.
I think you guys got enough.
Hey Patrick, hey Stream Team, it is Audrey Cleo Yap here with my assistant Asher, and as a busy mom to a 7-month-old, I have a very particular recommendation for National Streaming Day, one that is having me lean fully into my geriatric millennial tendencies, and that is Diary of an Old Home, currently streaming on the platform soon to be formerly known as HBO Max.
We are the stewards of this home, and it's up to us to tell its story.
So the show is exactly how it sounds. Each episode is between 10 and 15 minutes long, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, but it follows people who have bought up old colonial and Victorian houses. They go into how they restored them, what they kept, what they got rid of, what they did differently. And as a mom, you know, time is precious. It's the perfect little snack of home ownership that I cherish. I love starting my day with some black coffee and a little bit of Diary of an Old Home. It also lets me kind of indulge, you know, in all my home owning fantasies, which now as the parent of a child, I may never have. Anyway, check it out, Diary of an Old Home. Right?
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the Stream Team. We all have a friend or a family member who've been trying to get to watch a show because it's really good, and you're like, hey, you got to watch this show. It's really, really good. You should really spend some time watching this show. Have you watched it yet? No, because they're too stupid. Carla, I will confess, I have been that stupid friend when it comes to Dear Mama. I've been meaning to watch it for so long and never got around to it until you told me that you wanted to talk about it on today's show. And I sat down and watched it. I thought I was gonna watch one episode. Wrong. Carla, it's fantastic.
Listen, it is the 50th anniversary of hip hop. This couldn't have come at a better time. And it's also the 30th anniversary of the year that Tupac Shakur left this earth. So all of those things coincide and make this docuseries one of the best things ever to watch on FX and Hulu. Take a look.
Okay, my name is Tupac Shakur, and I attend Tamalpais High School, and I'm 17 years old.
Like I said, this is the year of all anniversaries. And with Tupac's mom no longer here, there's no better way to honor his memory and hers with Dear Mama, the song that he wrote in her honor. It is a 5-episode docuseries. It talks about how his life, how he came into this world, how his life was navigated, the death row versus bad boy issues, the money issues, the P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, whatever you want to call him. Pick a name. I don't care which one it is. Biggie Smalls issue. And I was surprised that there were people in his circle like Jasmine Guy that were really, really close to his mom. And it also shows intensely intimate footage of that Vegas fight that happened, which led to his demise. But Tupac was a deeper brother than I ever knew. I hate to admit it, but I didn't even become aware of him until Poetic Justice came out, the John Singleton film with Janet Jackson. But I was really impressed with the production value of it, and I'm not surprised because Alan Hughes is behind it, Charles King is behind it, Nelson George, who used to be a music journalist for Vibe magazine and Billboard and a couple of others, he's behind it, and Quincy Jones III. So with all those people in the music industry behind this particular docuseries, it could do nothing but fly.
And Carla, Tupac at 17 years old, there's an interview with him when he was 17 years old. He's so passionate about everything and just like you could see that it factor that he had. Like if you interviewed me when I was 17, you would get one-word answers and grunts and groans. But Tupac was on point.
He was an old soul is the best way for me to put that. He literally was an old soul at 17. And I was really surprised to find out, for some reason in my brain, I thought he had won a Grammy. He was only nominated 6 times, I think probably for that Dear Mama or one of his Tupac's anniversary or whatever it's called. One of those, like I said, y'all, don't hate me when I start mispronouncing and misquoting the daggone albums, because I said I didn't know about Tupac to Poetic Justice. So it'll be coming with me with the vitriol. But I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. But I'm just saying, I was really surprised at how eloquent he was at 17 years old.
I was a lot like you because I knew broad strokes. This is much more in-depth and intimate.
Yes.
We learn about his mom. I mean, she was such an activist. Like, I had no idea that she was a Black Panther. I had no idea that she was a single mom. I had no idea about so many. I covered this for the news. I learned so much watching this also, Carla, that I had no idea. So it is a fantastic, fantastic series.
Well, then that is Dear Mama, and that's on Hulu.
It's on FX. Hulu is streaming right now.
Okay, before we get to our final selection, it is time for the Stream Team Quickie. And today we are celebrating drag queens.
A show about drag queens cooking and drinking? What could possibly go wrong?
Drag Me to Dinner hits Hulu on May 31st. The concept is pretty simple. 2 teams of fabulous drag queens compete to throw a dinner party that will have you saying, "Yes, queen." The show comes from the twisted minds of Neil Patrick Harris and David Burtka.
My anxiety is through the roof.
And now streaming on Paramount Plus, RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 8. 12 sickening queens are back to play the Fame Games. Who will win the crown and who will have their wigs snatched? You can only find out on Paramount Plus.
Let the Fame Games begin.
And our final quickie, one of the best reviewed movies of the year so far has come up for air in the streaming world. See what I did there? It's Air.
I need the greatest basketball shoe that's ever been made.
Who's the player?
Michael Jordan.
Your motor
From director Ben Affleck, Air is the sports-free sports drama about how Nike courted Michael Jordan. Critics and fans all agree it is a slam dunk. There, I'm talking sports. With Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and the incomparable Viola Davis as Jordan's mom, the movie also shows how this endorsement deal changed the game for athletes and Nike as well. It is streaming on Amazon Prime. You should check it out. It is a fantastic movie. Entertaining, fun, and informative. It's got everything we need.
Hey Patrick, hey Stream Team, it is Audrey again. My assistant Asher is down for his nap. And I just realized May not only has National Streaming Day, but it is also Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. And I would be remiss if I did not make one more recommendation that highlights some truly excellent Asian American talent, and that is Beef on Netflix.
What is your problem? What?
It stars Steven Yeun and Ali Wong, Ali in her first dramatic role, and the premise is simple enough. Two strangers get into a road rage incident, hence the title Beef, and they become further enmeshed into each other's lives. The results are thrilling, hilarious, crazy. I said crazy, right? Yeah, I just said that. This show took me on a journey that I did not expect to be on. You will laugh, you will cry, you will have an existential crisis. You will want to drive more carefully. All of the things. Check it out. Beef on Netflix. 10 episodes long. You know you want to see it.
Okay, Andrew, much like Carla and Dear Mama, the other two is the perfect reason we do the Stream Team, because you told me about this show originally. I loved it. And you said you want to talk about it, and I was like, I can't wait for the new season to start, and it's already started.
Patrick, if there's one comedy that people should be watching right now, it is The Other Two, Season 3. Check it out.
Hey.
Would you be mad if I went somewhere anti-gay for my honeymoon?
Hello, sweet sister.
Okay, so if you've been living under a rock, which I don't think either of you have been living under any rocks, because y'all know everything. The Other Two is quite simply one of the best comedies on TV. It premiered in 2019, and basically the show centers around two siblings and their mother and their brother. Now, their brother is a young Justin Bieber type pop star, and their mother, currently in season 3, is a billionaire talk show host. Think Oprah, that kind of level. And then we have, quote, the other two. So the other two siblings, played by Helene York and Drew Tarver, who are absolutely hilarious in these roles. Brooke and Carrie are the characters. Now, Brooke is kind of like a talent manager who works on her younger brother's kind of managing him, who's the pop star. And Carrie is an actor who's trying to make it in Hollywood. Now, cut to season 3, it's post-COVID. Brooke is questioning, does she really want to even remain in show business? Carrie now has a movie under his belt, and he's trying to get the word out, trying to get some publicity about it. But the thing that makes this show 1000% is the writing. And now, of course, in Hollywood right now, we have the big writer's strike. And when you watch a show like this, you're like, holy balls, we need our writers and we need to pay them properly so they can continue to make comedies exactly like this, because the writing is smart, the writing is informative. It is a satire about show business. Now, of course, the three of us are in show business, so it's kind of like we like watching things like this because it's our world. But what I will say is anyone can relate to this show because we all have families. We all, some of us have siblings. There's jealousy involved. There's things like that. I can't speak highly enough about this show. The first 3 episodes are out right now, and I just binged them. I had a flight this morning. I literally was just watching it nonstop on the flight. And I can't go talking about the show without talking about the hilarious Molly Shannon. Molly Shannon, of course, is a comedic genius. The show was created by SNL writers, so of course they have Molly Shannon, in their mix. And Molly plays that kind of billionaire talk show host, and she's just effortless in her comedy.
As this billionaire talk show host, she's so on point. It's just, what the thing is? The show is so well done. They take these wild swings that shouldn't work. They shouldn't work in any other world, but the show is so well done, they work because Brooke, the one she's kind of like us, she's in entertainment. I'm not gonna give anything away, but maybe a little, but she gets out of entertainment for a little while and literally becomes invisible. Like
invisible, yes. Oh, also,
like, she goes to a party and she's literally invisible. You see a glass of wine walking across the room because when you're no longer in entertainment, nobody can see you.
Right.
I'm kind of happy that they don't give all the episodes to me because I would binge.
Same.
Like an idiot. I would binge.
Yeah. Same.
That is pure comedy. I cannot. Oh, when y'all mentioned drag queens before, another reason you should watch High Desert, Drag Queen Bingo. Just saying.
That is the perfect way to end this show, Carla. Drag Queen Bingo. Hey, thank you both for joining us again today. As we do every stream team, self-plug time. Andrew, other than all over the world, where can we find you? How do we get in contact?
You can watch me on Dish Nation. You can watch me on The Today Show. You can watch me on NBC News. And you can find me. I do this thing on my Instagram. The Chiron is appearing right here at Andrew Freund. There we go. There we go.
Beautiful Chiron. Tell Hoda and Jenna I said hi, okay?
I will.
Carla, Curvy, how do we get in contact? How do folks find all of your stuff? There's so much of it as well.
There is so much of it. I freelance for Variety, so you can find my articles there. You can find my website at The Curvy Critic with Carla Renata on YouTube. My podcast, it airs every Sunday at 5 p.m. And the written version of that is at thecurvyfilmcritic.com. And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at The Curvy Critic.
Well done. Thank you both for joining us again. It's National Streaming Day. Yay! We enjoyed it because it's National Streaming Day and it's really a holiday. We didn't just make it up. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.